I started carving decoys in 1980 because I'd always heard my grandmother talk about her grandfather. And they offered a class over at Southern Regional, a nighttime class for adults. So I took the class. It just felt natural to do it.
Malcolm Robinson comes from a long line of decoy carvers here in New Jersey and has become a traditional decoy carver himself. He has made such a huge impact with his work that enriches the cultural fabric of Ocean County.
My great-great-grandfather, his name is Harry V. Shores. He lived across the creek from here. He carved it professionally. He was born in 1859 and died in 1920. The man did not take his time when he carved or painted. I said, now I know where I got it from. His son, Harry Mitchell Shores, carved, and then Harry Mitchell Shores' 3 sons all carved.
Decoys have been around for centuries and have played a crucial role in hunting. Nowadays, decoys are not only used for hunting, but also are appreciated as works of art and collectibles. They hold a great cultural and historical significance, representing the traditions and skills of generations past.
A decoy is a very functional tool. It was used to put food on the table. The American Indians were the first to use decoys in this country. They would wrap up reeds and grass, stretch a dead duck skin over it, and set it out. There's written records of wooden decoys being used back as far as the Revolutionary War. In this area of New Jersey, we use a 3-piece construction for a duck decoy, 2 pieces for a body, 1 for the head. The reason they do that is that the old timers would get their wood for free from the lumber mill. It was called slab wood. And when they would slap 2 pieces of it together, they already had a partially rounded decoy body. They just needed to draw a pattern on the flat side, chop that out, hollow it out, nail it together. They'd fill the seam with caulking compound and caulking string like they did a wooden boat. They would paint them with house paint and house paint brush. They attracted a lot of ducks.
There are many different ways to carve decoys, and each individual has their own personal style.
My signature style is a contemporary antique shorebirds, carved strictly with a knife, sandpaper, and usually painted with a 1-inch wide flat brush. The cool thing is to watch a student. I mean, some of them just take to it naturally, some of them struggle, and 99% of the times the ones that struggle end up being the best carvers. And a lot of them continue taking classes with you after they've taken one, because they found, wow, this is really neat. We have a youth division competition at the decoy show there. The director of the show is saying, why don't we have any kids doing it?
Seeing a lack of involvement from the younger generation, Malcolm spearheaded the current program for carving duck decoys at the Tuckerton Seaport.
When we originally started out, it was all local kids. They enjoy it because kids love doing stuff with their hands. We started teaching them how to carve what they call a flatty, and then we did a full-size shorebird, and we taught them how to carve a miniature duck, then a full-size duck. It's been fun teaching. The best time I had teaching was working with the kids. You watch how they progress. And I always told them, I said, a year after you start, carve another bird exactly like your first bird, and you'll be amazed how much difference in your carving. Volunteering here at the Seaport, it's a blast telling people about your family history and why you carve. And they really enjoyed it. And they were able to show their artistic abilities. Some of the kids were great, some of the kids were, but they enjoyed it.
If it wasn't for him, I wouldn't be here. He kind of took me under his wing and kind of coached me along. So I met Malcolm when I was 11 years old. He was a judge at the decoy show. I was lucky enough to win. I was the only bird in the contest. So it worked out. He offered to help me out. So I learned with my dad. It looked more like a pigeon than a duck. So he kind of took me under his wing, and from then on it's been 18 years. There's no right way or wrong way. That was the thing that he's told me time and time again, and it stuck with me. There's no right way, it's your way. And I try to explain that to all my students. I said, we can have 10 different birds and they're all going to look a little different, because like he always said, you carve and paint your personality. I kind of broadened my spectrum, but if it wasn't for him, I'd have no foundation.
Malcolm is this year's Ocean County Lifetime Achievement Award recipient. He has earned this honor by enhancing the culture of folk art in Barnegat Bay.
To be honest with you, I was upset when they first told me. It's the fact I don't do stuff to get recognition for it. I just do it because I enjoy doing it. But it is cool. I will admit it. Neat to talk to all these other carvers on why they carve and how they carve. Some of them are very traditional decoy carvers like me. Some are just, they're masterpieces when they're done. I appreciate being nominated for this award, receiving the award.